I know the law, Phil. I know the law too well. Then you ought to know that there ain't no way to beat the law. White folks live by it, and niggas die by it.
Hey, Gucci man, LaFleur. You went and signed 100 niggas from Memphis, Tennessee to try to antagonize Gotti all because he fucked your wife. Then you dropped them little niggas and killed Pooh, and not Gotti done took Pooh Shiesty from you. How I feel to have a Memphis nigga, man, take your wife and your #1 artist? You gotta tighten up, Gucci. All that goofy shit you were doing. Signing 100 nigga from Memphis, Tennessee, you ain't never heard them nigga mixtape. Just signing a nigga trying to antagonize a nigga. And you know we know about the other little shit that just happened too. Yeah, we gonna run that later on though, Gucci. She real shiesty around here, I see. Hey, y'all pray for Gucci. Hey, Gucci LaFleur, you know I grew up around my granddad and them, bro. They say when you get married, man, you supposed to always keep your wedding ring on. Always keep your Damn, my bad, Gucci. You don't know where yours is.
His folks connect back in the building. And Hernandez Govan, the guy whose name was attached to the Young Dolph case, murder for hire, who was acquitted of all charges, is now back online going at Gucci Mane. He spoke on the simple fact that Gucci Mane was signing all these different artists from Memphis, trying to antagonize Gotti, to let him know he laying a stamp in the city that Gotti from. Now, back in the day, Gucci Mane had an issue with Yo Gotti about dropping a mixtape on the same day he was gonna drop his on 10/17. Gucci, at the time, was always dropping on 10/17 because there was a representative of his label, 1017 Brick Squad. But Yo Gotti and Gucci were friends at the time. Gucci felt like Gotti should have knew not to drop his tape on that day because the sales would be divided. But it's always been a rumor out there that all of that was because of Yo Gotti messing with his female. The Gotti felt like Gucci just went off and went crazy. And we see Gucci got a history of that. You know, it's people that done interviews saying he need to take medicine, he really got a mental problem. And then we see him doing these interviews saying that he really had a problem. And a lot of things that he did in his past, he regret doing. So we don't know if this really mental health with Gucci or none of that. But to see right now, them saying that Gucci got robbed, it just show you the transition of the streets. Because back then, when we heard Gucci name, every story we hear about Gucci now, they tell us stories about what Gucci was doing to people. We never heard that Gucci entourage did anything to people. We always heard Gucci was the aggressor doing what he do. But when we see a lot of different other artists, they got real serious teams around them and behind them. So most of the stories and things you're gonna hear about them is gonna be based around what they camp did, but they name gonna be at the front because they the bag. But it looked like Gucci and Gotti been able to coexist without no issues, no problems. Even if they dislike each other, we haven't heard them speak down on each other, mention each other, or none of that since these last few years. Fans and people that's close to these artists, they take a lot of things more serious than the artists because the artists understand it's business. But I just look at back in the day, we wouldn't have heard this story. So they just let you know how things change in the time that we living in right now. Nobody's safe. It was a point in time where Gucci was safe because people respected his gangster. But see, now people look at the biggest gangster like if I take you down, I got the clout. And the crazy part, when I look at Hernandez Govan, I see a guy that was blessed. A lot of people see him as a guy that got away with murder, but I see him as a person that was blessed because the fact that everybody feel like he got away with it, and he walked into a courtroom with a snitch on the stand, and usually they will have this white bald head dude named Paul something on the big cases in Memphis, and he had a group of prosecutors that it wasn't nothing but God. He had a jury that was placed there by nothing but God. See, we can't see the situation through how God's eyes see a situation. So maybe he blessed him in that situation to get out and be a better person or to get out and destroy himself. Because life is all about a choice. And right now when I see Hernandez Govan, with all due respect, it's a dark energy around him because what you putting out here can't do nothing but shoot you back. some dark energy. When you go at people, and it don't matter who you go at, because you got squares that'll knock a person off if they feel a certain level of threat or a certain level of disrespect. What I'm saying is, the energy that you put out here in the universe is gonna come back to you. It may not be the person you talking about. It may be a whole nother scenario where a person gotta prove they gangster. But the repentance coming back from God, from what you put out there. You don't even know you getting paid for a whole nother situation. Hernandez Govan got up in court, spoke on he needed to be there for his son. And when you inviting all the smoke to you, whether you come out in victory in a situation or you come out in a situation where you lose, what happened to your son? Because it's to the point now, it's like people living for the internet. Then when the feds come and catch you on something else, firearms in the car, drugs in the car, anything, it's gonna be pushed to the max because already it's a dark energy around your name. Dan Fam said the only person that can make him take that video down is Whack 100. And right then and there, I'm thinking about the energy. Not the real life that Whack live, because Whack living the life of a rich nigga. But the representation on the internet is a dark energy. Hernandez Govan already got a dark energy on his name just being connected with the Dolph situation. That's how the feds build their cases now. They ain't gotta stake out in an inconspicuous car on the block no more and watch. They ain't gotta act like the salesman no more, like they selling something to get a peep in the house. They ain't gotta tap the phones no more, cause we putting it all on the internet. If anything go down behind this situation, the feds and the police already know everybody to look at what was they doing at this point in time when this happened. We building the case for them now. They don't have to do no more research, cause we on the internet telling about all the situations. Now they authorizing to search into what happened with Gucci Mane getting robbed. They finna check everything behind it. They can send the people to searching through Gucci Mane phone logs and see just who he might have spoke on to try to get it back. Fam, speaking on how people soft, how niggas scared. Man, we gotta look at the representation that we putting down on ourselves, man. Cause like I say, if you're doing anything street or illegal, the moment they get this, man, it's a wrap. Like, it's so many ways it could go, and we gotta count our blessings, man. When God blessing us over and over, man, and I be looking at what a lot of people went through, man, all that getting shot several times and so many near-death experiences, and a person can't wake up and understand, man, God on their side holding their hand. But a lot of us got the mentality that we feel like we gotta crash out in a negative way. Or a lot of people live on the edge. I understand that the energy around you is what brings whatever come to you. Because if you put out good, you're going to get good energy. And when you create an image where a person feel like you're going to cause harm to them, if it go down, a person might see you first. And they already know what you going to do. So it's a catch-22. You lose or you lose. I'm out.